We be jamming. We be jamming. Hey, oh, my fault. Mr. F man. Brr, brr, brr. Hey, folks, and welcome once again to the Hungry Bleak presents movie and series news. I am Antonio Pomares, aka the Hungry Bleak, and with me is my my brother in geek, my partner in crime, folks. This is reviewer, acclaimed casting
Yeah,
entrepreneur. I don't know. I'm just making up titles now. This is Michael Williams, y'all.
what's up, y'all?
Right out the gate, I got him. Right out the gate, I got him. Right out the gate, y'all. Right out the gate, I got this brother. He gonna need that EpiPen and an inhaler. Got him already. We all know that scene. Yeah, man, we all know that scene. R.I.P. to that show. Oof,
Yes,
that didn't age well.
yes.
So we've got some of the news that's worthy to tell you about things you might not be knowing about. So we're going to tell you about them. Are you all set, brother?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's go. Okay, so first up is I want to follow up on something that I talked about last time, which was Amazon had renewed Cross. But no, it had not premiered yet. They had renewed it for a second season. I was like, oh, did I miss something? Holy cow. But what they did do, because of all the hype, and they were very smart to do this, they have actually put out a teaser trailer that we're going to show you right here. The teaser trailer looks amazing. But it's also all this Hodge. You know what I mean? And I love this character of Alex Cross. So, folks, if you have not watched, here's the teaser trailer for Amazon Prime's Alex Cross.
Who are you? Shiny.
Sugar?
Alex.
Oh, I know who you are. Lead investigator on the Gary Sinise case. Metro PD's golden boy.
You can call me Detective Alex Cross.
Do you think?
All we know is red. You're not getting a confession. You're not in my head. Oh, I'm definitely living rent free.
Brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Brother.
Yes, sir.
Brother. Look, I already said that I was excited to see this. I definitely am. Aldous Hodge is one of those incredibly talented actors who not only has the gravitas to do different things between action, comedy, and horror and suspense and drama, but also has a presence about him. I've seen him in different roles, from Hawkman to Leverage to Underground.
Yeah.
I mean, he's had a plethora of roles. I want to see him in the movie that he did with his brother. I'm trying to remember. I think it was Parallel, I want to say it was called.
I think so.
I'm trying to remember. I want to say that, but this looks amazing to me. This looks like just what I need. It looks like a great prequel, because you hear him say he's Detective Alex Cross. I want to see this. This looks great. This even feels like it harkens back to the kind of 90s when we were, or maybe 90s, early 2000s, when we were getting like a lot of the black movies where it was a whole like cast of black actors, black characters, but also then also mixing in that serial killer vibe we were getting, and profilers. Yeah. I wish they would have set a date. That's going to be the next announcement. So I'll follow up on that as well.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, once I saw it, I'm glad that you brought it up to me, because I had not known that they were even going to do an Alex Cross show. But once I saw the trailer, I was like, I'm all in, because I like Aldous Hodge. I think he's a really good actor. But I also feel like they've taken this property and sort of given it a hip hop makeover in some ways. right? Like,
I can feel because even with like the
yeah,
Scully, and I was like,
yes,
but I was feeling it because I'm like, okay,
yeah,
all
absolutely.
right.
And that's not to say that I did not like Morgan Freeman or even Tyler Perry for that matter. I thought that they both were good in their respective tries at doing Alex Cross, but I think that's the thing is that I know that there's a huge fan base of people who love these books.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that they need or needed somebody to kind of carry that forward, like that fandom feeling for this character. And I think Aldous Hodge can probably do it because Amazon right now is killing it with these kind of self-contained sort of fandom series of stories. I mean, look at what they did with uh Reacher. You know what I
Reacher's
mean?
phenomenal.
Yeah. So I'm expecting it not necessarily to be Reacher because it's not. It's something completely different. But that feeling of this is really good. Yeah.
And like a much watched series where you're like, oh, you know what? I got to check out this next episode.
Exactly.
You have that feeling because Reacher was like that because when episodes were coming out,
Mhm.
I know chat rooms were like, yo, did you see? And the character of Reacher was so wonderful, but then you get the background character like, yo, I want to see a series with that character. That's when you know you've hit a mark too, when you made it so good where the background character's like, wait, I want to know more about them. Can I get like that even? But Amazon has done a great job with also the novel series, if you think about it. Reacher, Wheel of Time. I don't know if Wheel of Time is coming back. I know that was 2 seasons. I don't know if it's coming back. It is? Okay, and then you have this. So I like the fact of them taking novel series and doing it. That's a whole other avenue that was kind of touched upon, but it was just really like the dystopian movies of a near a future of dystopia and of the young white female character who was plainly beautiful and awkward and just but there's something special about her. We really got tired of that story because they were plain and there was nothing remarkable about that person except everybody else around them was dumb. Those stories, so getting these series and having different characters, but like you were saying, it is getting, and I hate to even say this because I kind of sound like an executive in office, a hip, edgier image. But Aldous Hodge is, like I said, he's got the gravitas, he's got the look, the vibe, the flow, he's got the acting chops, charismatic, beautiful cat to look at. You saw him with a shirt off, so we're gonna get the shirt off scenes. We getting that, but we're also going to get him standing there doing his thing and acting and being, charming, because he can be very charming and then scene be completely focused on that, but then be menacing in another scene, and then being, sexy in another scene. So we're gonna get a whole bunch. So I'm very excited to watch this and see what's going on with it.
Yeah, definitely.
And this is going to be on Amazon, which is a streaming service. And Bruno, you got to tell us something about streaming bundles. Ooh, the segues just keep on coming, folks.
Yes. So I don't know, like I don't know if you guys pay attention to what people have been saying about streaming. That we're basically going back to cable. So that's pretty much where we are with these announcements this past week of 2 separate streaming bundles. One is Disney Plus, Hulu, and Max. That's in one camp. And then the other camp is Netflix, Peacock, and Apple TV.
Oh, Apple coming in.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, the caveat for the Netflix, Peacock, and Apple TV thing is that it is only available to Comcast subscribers. It is not available to everyone else.
I'm out.
Which I think is already a mistake. But okay, if that's how you want to do it, then that's fine. But how do I feel about this?
So wait, so these are streaming bundles that are available through your cable provider?
I think they are available not necessarily through your cable provider. Well, the Netflix bundle with Peacock and thing is
okay.
Meanwhile, the Disney and Max thing is not.
It's just a bundle.
It's just a bundle.
Okay.
So in all honesty, am kind of indifferent to it. Like, I understand what they're trying to do, but I don't think this is going to necessarily help their underlying goal, which is to make streaming more profitable. I don't think that's how we do it. I just don't. You know, I think you have to make good content and you have to bring people to your services in the best way possible. And by bundling, you create like this kind of like stopgap thing where temporarily it may stop people from leaving services, but that's just it. It's temporary. Once people figure out that this isn't that much better than what I had before, they're just going to start canceling again. You know what I mean?
That's very true. If anything, people are doing the math more nowadays.
Oh, yes.
And so they're not even going to be jumping in. They're just going to go, no, I'm good. They're not even going to sign up or subscribe.
Yes.
Because people are much more savvy, like you were saying.
I agree.
And the consumers remember.
Yes.
The companies never do remember. So if you don't pay attention to your history, you're doomed to repeat it.
Exactly.
And this is what's happening. It's almost like a cycle in these things.
Yes.
So the companies may not know, but us as people who are paying for this content and we're paying attention to our dollars even more because everything has gone up. Inflation is all over, from grocery stores to entertainment to rent to clothing, what have you. Everything has gone up.
Yes.
So people are watching their pennies even more, especially when it comes to streaming services, because everyone's streaming something. Everyone's watching some, whether you've got one streaming service or whether you've got 5 or 10, whatever. You are. But I feel like, no, you're definitely right. People are going to look and they're going to go, no, because they're very quick to go, nope. I'll watch it for a month when all the episodes of that particular series that I watch is there, and then I'll leave.
The only winner, I think, out of this whole situation is, ironically enough, is Apple TV, right? Because they're the ones with the least kind of exposure out here, right?
Yeah.
And everything that I've been saying about Apple TV is they have good stuff on there. It's just that people don't really know because they're like, oh, well, I don't hear anybody talking about it, right? But now if you're going to put it in a bundle and allow people an opportunity to kind of take a dive into it at the price, whatever it is, because that bundle is called, for the Comcast bundle is called the Stream Saver bundle. And they're saying that you're supposed to get it at a significant discount. So whatever that means in business speak, we'll see.
It's a horrible name.
Exactly. But but for Apple TV to be in there and let people see like some of the really good things that are on there, like a show I watch on there is for All Mankind, which is like an alternate history of the United States space race. And there's some other things that are on there that are just really good. Like, I've heard good things about Foundation, which is in my queue. I want to watch that. There's some other things too. It's just like they're gonna get the valued exposure that they've been looking for, and they're basically probably the only service in this situation that's gonna get some kind of a much needed bump from all of this.
Yeah. The one thing I will say about Apple TV is if you like sign up for it and you're just watching it, I think every first episode on that service is free.
Yes.
So you can actually go and pick and choose a lot of stuff, because they do have a wealth of shows out there, some really great stuff, and actors that you go, oh wait, they're doing a TV show. It's phenomenal. But like you're saying, they're very self-contained. It's almost like they're like, it's like they have to survive by word of mouth, or if you are an avid Apple enthusiast, you will know about it. But if you're not, you're like, oh, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know. Like, I didn't know about the show Sugar until I was just happened to go on Apple to just look around, see what was there. I think it was after a conversation we had, and I went just to look around on Apple, and I was like, wait, Colin Farrell's doing a series, like an episodic series, and I went on there, and it was interesting as hell. I was like, oh wow, this is good.
That's awesome. Sugar is also in the queue.
Like I went on there to check out Loot, because I'm a huge Maya Rudolph fan. Huge. And I watched it and I was like, she never misses. She never misses. I mean, damn, she never misses. And it was just hilarious and it was funny. So hopefully this does help them. Everybody else is going to be screwed. As far as like us, the consumers
Yes,
and the
absolutely.
companies, this is not going to work. Stop it.
Yeah.
Honestly, just stop. It's giving desperation.
Yes.
Honestly, yes. Now, speaking of a network that uh, is avid to try new things and be out there more, is Sci-Fi. Now, Sci-Fi is actually they have slated the shows that they're going to be setting up, and one of them is based off of an Image comic called Revival. So they're set up to have an adaptation of a series. This is a comic. I read the first trade of this and I really enjoyed it. In this small, I want to say the town is in Wisconsin. One day, all the recently dead people are revived, but not as zombies. They're just revived as if they had, like, just before they had died. And they don't know what's going on, and they don't know what happened, and they are trying to figure it out along with all the people who are trying to figure it out as well, because they just appear and they act as if nothing happened because they don't realize it until you're saying you're dead. We're trying to figure out. So this is going to be a series. I'm excited about this. I'm excited to see more comic book adaptations that aren't just superhero books. You know, so this is one that when it caught my eye, I said, "Oh wow, this is going to be pretty cool. It's great." So I actually want to go back and reread and check out some more of this one. This should be fun. Sci-Fi does a lot of like quirky stuff, and this isn't their first foray into comic book adaptations. They've had Resident Alien. They've had Vagrant Queen, which was awesome. They had one that was a favorite that I got to see the actual premiere episode of, and then they canceled it, I think, in the first season, unfortunately, which is a series that I loved. It was, oh damn, what the hell was the name of the series? Rick Remender was about the school. Deadly Class.
Deadly Class.
So hopefully this will get much more fanfare, because that show was incredible. So hopefully we'll get more of shows like fanfare and of Deadly Class and out Resident Alien and Vagrant Queen. Will get more of that, and this will be a bigger show, hopefully.
Yeah. Did they cancel Resident Alien or no?
I think they're on the edge and trying to figure out what they. I haven't even watched it yet, so I want to check that out. But I know that I believe that they're right on the edge of it.
Okay.
They're still trying to figure that out. They're having talks, maybe. I don't know.
Yes, the dreaded talks.
Yes. But speaking of talks, brother, you've always got like a gem that's streaming. What's a streaming gem that you've got right now?
Yeah, like again, and you and I had this discussion a while ago when we were at the Schomburg, when I told you I had watched, finally watched this show, Legion, right?
Yes.
So I tend to watch shows long after they've been kind of in the public eye and in the hype machine, right? Because I don't know. One, because and brother here will tell you that I've said many times, like, I have more stuff in my queues than I'm probably ever going to be able to watch. That's number one. And two, it's just better when you don't have to hear the constant things going on back and forth on social media, and you just get to kind of sit down and make those determinations for yourself on how good these shows are. So one show that I've just finished this past week was The Sandman. Have you watched The Sandman on Netflix? Or no?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yes. Amazing show. Like, this was everything that I thought The Sandman could be when I was literally stumping for the show to be on HBO after they ended Game of Thrones, to possibly help get that Game of Thrones nasty taste out of people's mouths. But unfortunately, they sold the rights to this show to Netflix to be developed, and honestly, I feel like it was the right decision, because that Sandman show was amazing, like amazing for what it's been so far for this first season. There's some really standout episodes in that
all of them.
Season. Yes,
they all stand out as like separate little. They all stand out so well.
Yeah. So definitely check out Sandman. If you haven't checked it out yet and you're still on the fence about it, or you've been just added it to your queue and you've added about 100 other things in front of it, I would skip the other 100 things and watch Sandman right now because it's really good, and it's coming back for a second season. So yes, watch that. And I know that's always the concern with Netflix, that they don't continue their shows, but that they're continuing. There's another show on Netflix that I just finished not too long ago, The Three Body Problem.
I haven't watched that yet, but Robert Jeffrey, acclaimed writer, y'all know him. He does like the comic book updates with me. He's raved about that show. He loves it.
Yeah, The Three Body Problem. In the beginning, it is a bit of a slow burn. I will admit that. But when you get to the part of the show where the story completely flips from how it starts out, it's crazy. Like, it's literally crazy. It's yeah. Like, those, from the flip on to the end of the season, it is a really, really good show. It reminds me of another show, and I can't even mention this show, because if I mention this show, it'll let you know what the twist kind of is in Three Body Problem. So I can't even mention this other show that it reminds me of. A much more updated version of this other show. But okay. But yeah, definitely check out Three Body Problem. That is coming back for a second season. It just got the renewal this past week.
Oh.
So yeah, you should check that show out. And the third show that's really like a real streaming gem that I know that nobody really talked about, and it kind of went around with no fanfare, is a show on Hulu called The Class of '09. Have you seen that show?
I watched the first episode.
That
was one of those, it's FX, but it's original. That was one of those shows that was the first one to confuse the hell out of people, where it's like the three time periods
yes
of this class of, is it FBI?
Yes, FBI.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. They really cast the hell out of the show. Like, everybody in this show I like, as far as the actors go, and this show has a lot to say about like AI and the impending coming of AI taking over our lives, and how that's not necessarily a good thing, especially if you use it in law enforcement. It's definitely not a good thing at all. And basically, the same FBI class almost kind of becomes the test balloon for when we incorporate artificial intelligence into law enforcement, and everything goes haywire with this class. Everything. So you should definitely check that out. Kate Mara is in this show.
Brian
Tyree Henry's in this show.
Yes.
It's really, really good. And it's only one season. It's like a self-contained sort of like miniseries. I don't think it was meant to have more than one season based on how it ends.
Yeah, I remember them just saying that. I think it was supposed to be like just a mini series, just like that, like event series.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. It's all self-contained.
Yeah, it's good. It's really, really good. You should check it out.
Yeah, I'm Three Body Problem is going to be the next one that I watch. Sandman, I love. Sandman was so cool that the very last episode was released after the season had been released, and they were like, "Oh, we have a special bonus for you." There's a follow-up series. I don't know if you watched that, which is Dead Boy Detectives. That's in the same universe.
Yeah, I knew it was in the same universe. I haven't watched Dead Boy Detectives. Danny's watched Dead Boy Detectives, and she really liked Dead Boy Detectives. And when I told her it was connected to Sandman, she was like, "Really, really?" And I was like, "Yeah." So what happened was she started watching Dead Boy Detectives. She tried to watch Sandman a long time ago, and she kind of got lost with it. And then when I started watching Sandman again, she went back and watched Sandman again through the full. And then she realized how they were connected.
It's definitely
she saw a certain character that's in Sandman that was also in Dead Boy Detectives, and she's like, "Oh, now I see." Yeah.
It's like, yeah, because they're building like a whole universe with that, which is cool,
Yeah.
or at least like some type of linked thing,
Yes.
which is cool. Sandman was beautifully done. Absolutely. I read, I think, the first trade or so when he is in that glass dome, glass enclosure. And that was a beautiful series. Absolutely beautifully done. Perfect.
Yeah.
A little bit of a slow burn, but still interesting along the way. Incredible characters as well. Three Body Problem is my next one to watch. Actually, I might watch one episode tonight before I go to bed, because why the hell not?
Yes.
The Class of 09, I think I watched the first episode and then life just kind of lifed.
Yes.
But I have a couple of Hulu shows to watch, that along with Under the Bridge. I'm going to check, and The Veil. I'm going to check those 3 out as well.
Yeah, I do want to check out The Veil too. The Veil looks good.
The Veil is, I watched the first episode. It's pretty interesting. It was good, and it's Elizabeth Moss.
Yes.
Who does so many different roles. Like, I didn't know she had that type of range. I thought the only person with range like that was Scarlett Johansson. It's crazy. Anyway, I'm always gonna find a way to give a dig to her. Always.
I know you are.
Always.
But you know, there's another honorable mention that I need to give you for Jim.
What's that?
It's also an FX series, and I'm not sure if you've seen this series, The Old Man.
Oh yeah, Jeff Bridges. Come on,
yes.
Come on, baby.
Yes.
He's why I watched R.I.P.D.
yes. For anyone who hasn't seen The Old Man, please do yourself a favor and watch that show.
It's Jeff Bridges as like an older like hitman, assassin, and he has these. Is it 2 dogs or 3? 2, right?
2.
Yeah, 2 dogs, and the way that it's think of like a really old John Wick with the dogs, I guess, in a way, but just a way better actor.
Yes.
What? Yeah, thank you, Keanu. We love you, but damn, brother, jeez, what the hell, man?
Yes.
Range, jeez, I don't know who has more range, him or ScarJo. I'm not sure. I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, folks, that's been our show. Some of the updates that we have for things that are going on in movie and series. As always, let us know what you think. Like, subscribe, share. Let us know in the comments or DMs. Because we're going to be talking about a lot of different things, especially with summertime coming. There's going to be a lot going on. Maybe we'll do a couple of specials where we're giving our previews or reviews of summer, since that's coming up. But we'll always have something going on. So, folks, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see you next time. You know, we say, man. We say, man.